Hey there everyone, I'm Tim and you're watching TC's World, and today me and Nikki are at Fort Wetherill in Jamestown, Rhode Island. Old abandoned war fort here with a really rich history, and today we're going to explore it, see what kind of cool things we can find here at Fort Wetherill. It was in operation until about 1970 when the state of Rhode Island bought it and turned it into a park. So this is a state park. You can come check it out. It's Jamestown, Rhode Island, Fort Wetherill. And this is just one of the batteries that is here. There's a much bigger battery just a little bit further to the west that we're going to go try to find after we explore this area. But there's a lot of cool rooms and stuff in here. And I think it's going to be a cool day of exploration. I saw a pillbox from the parking lot, so we'll go check that out in a little bit. But yeah, hope you enjoy. So this place is covered in graffiti, just like Napatri Point was. This is substantially larger than Napatri Point. I have my flashlight out. We're going to start going into some of the underground here and check it out.
Where are you?
I'm over here. Can't see the light. Just watch out for stuff on the ground. You don't want to trip. Boy, this place is cool. Boy, there's a long hallway. Big open areas. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. Wow, that goes deep down there. Oh, there's rope here. Interesting. Now all this stuff down here would have been where they, wow, they store a lot of rope in here. This is where they would have stored ammunition. They would have had officers' quarters. They would have had offices and all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure why all these ropes are here. All these things are rope. Maybe these are left over from the fort. I don't know. Big door. Yeah, this place is pretty cool.
Wow.
Another big room here. A lot of wood left behind in here. Old wood too, it's all rough cut lumber. Alright, you got your good boots on, I hope. Yeah, they're fine then. This isn't that deep. This is a small part of the fort, and this is cool. Just this alone. This is cool. All these rooms are pretty cool. I'm not sure what they would have had in these rooms here. Still some old pipes in the walls and stuff. The graffiti here is quite amazing. Oh, look at that, a vent shaft.
Well, maybe it was a porter job.
No, these are probably the, I don't know, I don't think these would have been offices or anything. They had something,
Looks like something was tight.
a lift maybe? I have no idea, yeah, something came out of here. These interesting foundations here on the ground, I'm not sure. But anyways, we explored the underneath. We're gonna head up to the top now. But now I'm up towards the top of the fort here. I can see why this is blocked off, because the stairs have completely eroded. There's no stairs left. Got some more batteries up here, some more rooms, probably ammunition storage. Big door. Big door here, which would have surely covered the entrance to this. Across the way there, right there, is a little pillbox, which we're gonna head up to afterwards. Check out. this is just a mirror of the other ammunition storage locker I just looked at. Wow, what a cool place. What a cool fort. Now we're up on top, and this is Narragansett Bay. This is what this fort was guarding. It's the entrance to the Narragansett Bay. These were almost certainly ammunition stores here. Those two little rooms I was just in. And up here are where the big gun emplacements would be. And right here is where one of the really big guns would have been. Sitting right here on this platform. You can see the area we were at down below. That hallway right there that goes between the areas. Very, very cool place. Climb down this ladder to do a little more exploring. Ooh, that's where we were in the underground. A little dangerous kind of climbing around up here. No railings in some of the spots, you gotta be careful. We got this big gun emplacement here. I believe there's one more on the other side here. Let's go check that out real quick before we move on to other sections of this cool old fort. Fort Wetherill. And here we go. Here's the second big gun emplacement right here. This section of the fort had two really big gun emplacements guarding the entrance to Narragansett Bay. Very cool. Once again, some of the graffiti here is just absolutely amazing art. Really cool. Check out all the graffiti that's around here. Like now, probably move on to the pillbox and then to trying to find the other battery, the much bigger one, more substantial. I'm not sure what kind of rooms underground we're gonna find there, but this one's been really cool. Now this is Fort Wetherill, originally known as Fort Dumpling. Was built during the Revolutionary War, was taken over by the British before it was finished. British occupied it for a few years, and then the colonists finally had a chance to finish the fort. Called it Fort Dumpling. In the late 1800s, they demolished it during the Spanish War. Rebuilt it as Fort Wetherill, named after a military personnel from the area, and remained Fort Wetherill through World War I and World War II. And ceased operation in about 1970 when it was bought by the Rhode Island state and turned into a state park. So now anyone who wants to come and explore Fort Wetherill can come down here to the state park and explore it, see it. Jamestown, Rhode Island, right near Newport. Very cool place. Very, very cool place. Very cool views from up here. We're gonna be leaving this spot now. We're gonna go check out the pillbox, and then we're gonna head to the hopefully find the second battery that's out here. So me and Nikki are now heading up to the pillbox we saw from the parking lot. See if we can figure out how to get up there. Looks like a cool spot. Looks like there'll be a little bit of a climb involved in getting up there, but I'm sure we'll make it. And climb up this way. Old fence here. At times this was a military base. Oh, pillbox is just up here. Climb up this rock to get to it. Whew, quite a steep rock though. This place looks fucking cool. So it looks like a cool place. Oh yeah, really cool. Woo! There's the other part of the fort we were at, just at. I think I see some of the older batteries to the west. Off in the distance, probably can't see it in the camera, but I can see it. We're gonna go try to find those next. But this must have been an observation post. Way up here, top of these granite ledges. Look out over the ocean. Woo, I'm out of breath from climbing that fucking hill. Woo wee! Definitely out of breath. But this is cool. Not sure if there would have been a gun here or not. Oh, this is wild. This is a cool place. This little observation post out here. Very cool. I'm not really sure what this thing was for, if it was a gun mount or what. Maybe they had a telescope there so they could look out. That would make the most sense to me. Seeing this looks like it was probably an outpost, a lookout post. But wow, what a cool place. Clearly filled with graffiti. Parking lot's down there. Awesome. Really, really cool finds out here. So, we've just started on our exploration of the second part of the fort here, and this section is quite a long ways. It's probably almost a half mile long, it looks like on satellite. And we're at the very eastern end of it right now, so we're going to be heading out west. Head out to the west end of it as we go and explore, see what we can find here. We got some more gun emplacements here. There's one here, there's one there. There's a little building over here, which I'm going to go check out in a second. And looks like there's another underground and causeway and stuff in the front of this. So I'm excited. This is cool. We're gonna have a fun time exploring this spot. So let's see what we can find. Now, first things first, let's check out this building. See what this thing was. If I can get into it. Oh yeah, look at that. Ah, it's another observation post. Yep, that's what this was. Looking straight out at the ocean. Low profile. The roof looks a little scary. They have pieces of wood holding it up now, so I'm not really going to go in here too much. Just in case it decides to give way. A little bit dangerous, but... Oh look, there's even more over here that I missed. What's this? See some even more stuff over here. More gun emplacements, maybe? So here's some smaller gun emplacements. One here, one there. Looks like this may have an underground to it, so we're gonna check that out real quick. Oh yeah, look at this. Little room down here. Assuming there's one on the other side. Now I'm following a trail that goes right along the inside area of this, the lower end spot. All these stairs that lead up to the top of the fort. There's a ramp here. Oh, they did block some of the underground off, so you can get in. That's blocked off. Wonder where that went. Interesting. I don't know if I can get into this either. You climb over this to get in there. Interesting. Yeah, it's sealed up. Guess they don't really want you in there. This one's not sealed though. Oh, this is substantial. Something on the ground here. Oh, look at this. There's a shaft. They're going up and then out, it looks like. So maybe this is where they brought ammunition up and out. I don't know. Once again, we have these rooms back here. It looks like they barred this off, but there's graffiti in there. So I don't know if someone has gotten in there or if they did that before they put the bars up. It's all brick in here. It's very nicely done. Once again, everything's just covered in graffiti. Very interesting. You got Stewie and Brian right here. Ghosts. But yeah, what a cool abandoned place. What a cool abandoned fort. Here's the other side of this gun battery that we've been exploring. It's a mirror image, it looks like. I wouldn't say mirror image, but it's an exact layout of the other side to a T. Yep, interesting. All right, let's move on. See what other stuff we can find out here. This must be the heart of Fort Wetherill right here.
Oh, wow.
This is cool. We got all kinds of underground rooms here. Two big gun emplacements here. You got this middle section, which I'm sure is filled with rooms. You got more gun emplacements over there and more gun emplacements further on, and it just goes on and on and on. Boy, this is gonna be fun. Wow, what a cool place. Definitely recommend checking this place out if you ever get a chance. Fort Wetherill, Jamestown, Rhode Island. What a cool fucking place. So this fort just goes on and on. There's more underground here. Goes real deep into the hill here. Not sure there's more space here than what's needed for just storing ammunition, so I would imagine there's probably officers down here, offices down here, all kinds of stuff. All these hallways and passageways. Ah, that's interesting. Ugh. Very cool. Always filled with graffiti. It's very, very interesting.
Wow, big tunnel. Ooh.
Now we're coming up on these gun emplacements here. There would have been a really big gun here. There would have been another really big gun here. I mean, there's so many gun emplacements here. For the gun, those hooks, Nikki, or so when you fire the gun, it stays where it's supposed to stay because of the kickback. Yeah, they chain it down. Oh yeah. Yep, they chain it down so that way when it kicks back, it doesn't move very far. It stays where it's supposed to. I mean, these were no shit guns. These were big guns. I couldn't tell you how big, but they're big. They're like a cannon on a battleship, you know? They're huge. Another big gun emplacement here. And as this this line of batteries continues. There's just a ton of these gun emplacements and underground storages and offices and ammo lockers and everything else. Come across this next section. Some stairs. They're fenced off, but I'm probably gonna go up there anyway, check it out. Second, we'll check out the underground here first real quick. More graffiti, more rooms. It looks like there's a space in the back. I wonder how you get in there. Wonder what's back here. I feel a lot of air moving. That's really cool. We're gonna try to find the entrance to get back there. That looks cool.
It's probably all blocked.
I'll find out.
Because there's stairs at the pool.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my backpack off and climb up there real quick. Oh yeah, look at this. Hey Nikki, I found out how to get back there. Wow, this place is fucking epically deep. Are you in the room over here? Oh, I found out how to get back there. There's more rooms even further back. Wow, this place is crazy. Just a maze of rooms down here. Yeah, I'm in here. There's a maze of rooms down here, Nikki. This is quite substantial. Oh, this looks like a way out. Right, a big steel door. It's open just enough to get out. Oh yeah, look at that, interesting. All right, let's see what's down this hallway. Another way to get out. So you can't get into this pillbox from the outside. It's another forward-looking post, I think. You're very adventurous. And for me, it's not really worth it. You could climb in through the gap. You could climb in through this gap here to get in. It's a cool little spot. I think this would have been another spot where you probably would have had some observers looking out over the ocean, looking for enemies. Now we're getting into even more bigger gun emplacements. Huge gun emplacement here. Looks like there's another one on the other side of this. That's the direction we've come from. This is the direction we're heading. Like I said, this fort just seems to go on forever. It's the endless fort here out at Fort Wetherill. What a cool place to explore. Yeah, no shit.
I just wondered what it looked like down there.
Yeah, I guess there's no way to get in. They have this all blocked off. You can't get into it. They buried it. Used to be underground right here. Used to be some underground here, but they buried it. Buried it so you can't get into it. Interesting. Alright, so I think I found a way into this section of the fort where these massive gun emplacements are. There's a stairwell here that's open. We're gonna see what's down here. Alright, down into the abyss of this part of the fort. The part that they tried to bury. You can see the big giant pile of debris in front of me. There are some substantial rooms down here. It's very dark, Nikki. Oh yeah. They really pushed a lot of dirt into here. Buried the whole front of this thing. There's a track on the ceiling. Must have been for cranes, maybe, for a crane. Move things around in here. Heavy ammo, heavy weapons. Wow, there's a pretty big room back here. Very cool. Very dark in here. Definitely tell we're underground. A big room back here. These were probably ammunition stores being this deep. Having this crane way up in the ceiling. A lot of spray paint cans down here. A lot of graffiti going on. This place is wild. Absolutely wild. Another big gun emplacement here. Looks like some more open rooms on this side to check out. See where they go. Oh, this one has some light at the bottom. Maybe this one isn't buried like the other side was. So this is the other side of that gun emplacement that's buried, except this side isn't buried. This one is wide open. No dirt and debris has been pushed up. And the layout of it is very similar to the other side. With these rails up on the top, these crane rails. These big rooms in the back. Very cool. It's nice that this side's not buried. You come right outside. This is probably what the other side would have looked like if it wasn't buried. Pretty cool. big gun emplacement. This fort truly is endless. Another room on top of the rooms. Where's this go? This must be an ammunition storage right here. Another big gun emplacement. I'll have to count how many we found after I get home and watch the video here. Try to find some more stairs that go back down into the spots into these areas. But the amount of fortifications here, the amount of guns they would have had here, boy, anyone come down into try to get in Narragansett Bay would have been really in trouble, I think, if they were an enemy. Does look like we're coming to the end though. This looks like this is the end of the battery finally. Go back down these decrepit stairs and see what other stuff we can find. More stairs and more underground. This place is just a maze of rooms. Really cool. Well, this pretty much concludes our exploration of Fort Wetherill out here in Jamestown, Rhode Island. And boy, what a cool place it's been to explore. Yeah, a lot of stuff out here. A lot of cool stuff to explore out here at Fort Wetherill. The history is rich. It's been here for about 250 years. Started out as Fort Dumpling back during the Revolutionary War times. Was occupied by the British for a short period of time, and then after we won, they made this into an actual working fort called Fort Dumpling, and that stood for about 100 years to the Spanish War, in which Fort Dumpling was demolished and replaced with Fort Wetherill. And that stood now until, it's still standing today, but it was in operation until about 1970, when the United States government sold it to Rhode Island and they turned it into a state park. I believe there's about 60 acres to explore here. The fort's here. This is one of the larger, bigger abandoned forts I've ever found in my life. A friend at work told me about it. He told me this is a cool place to come check out, so that's why we're out here today. And it does not disappoint. It's definitely on my list of suggested places to see if you get a chance to come out here. It's very easy to get out here. The parking lots are very close. These forts are a short distant walk from the parking lot, and they're very substantial, full of underground rooms and underground tunnels, and awesome views of the ocean in Narragansett Bay. It's been fun exploring this fort, and probably come out here to see if I can find any new stuff later. But until then, you've been watching TC's World. Until next time. Well, besides the old bunkers that are still intact around here at Fort Wetherill, you have some of these old buildings here which are also part of the fort. This was a submarine mine storehouse built in 1940, so that would have been used during World War II. Buildings are made fully out of concrete roof, concrete walls, all fortified to be able to withstand some enemy attack. there's some cool buildings down here that are left from that era. There's a plaque down here about Fort Wetherill. This tells you the history here. Very cool. Tells you all about the fort, what it was used for, some of its history. Like I said, all these buildings are made out of solid concrete. 1908, 1911. That's built as 1908, built as 1911. This one's also 1908. Now it's a harbor. Here's the history of Fort Dumpling. That's cool. That tells you all about the history of the original fort. Very cool.